This is Bernard Corman. In a few moments, he will begin the climb that starts with $64 and ends up with a chance to win $128,000. On the $128,000 question. And now, here's your host, Mike Darrow.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the $128,000 question. This is the very first show, and we're very happy that you could be here today. This is how it's going to work. I'm going to ask our contestants questions starting with one worth $64. And each time they answer correctly, I'll double the value of the next question, and we'll continue to do that until they reach $64,000. Then on one of our future shows, all of our top money winners will come back at a super playoff for a crack at another $64,000, making a grand total of $128,000. Someone with it. And let's begin right now. Alan Coulter, who is our first contestant on our first show, please?
Mike, we have a cab driver from Brooklyn, New York, Mr. Bernard Corman.
Bernard, welcome to the show. May I welcome you to the show and wish you the very best of luck before you can get started. Now, you have, take a look beside you. You see our category board. You've told us which category it is that you feel you're an expert in. Would you tell our audience, please?
That's Michelangelo.
We are dealing now with existing sculptures of Michelangelo. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You've been driving cab for what, 24 years?
24 years.
How did you get interested in Michelangelo?
I've always been, well, since seeing his theme on the Sistine Chapel, it interested me quite a bit.
Well, we'll learn more about you as we go along, but I think it's time to get started with your category right now on your climb to the $128,000 question. Laurie Locks, would you bring the cassette over, please? Thank you. Now, as you know, all of our questions come to the studio supervised and controlled by our security director, Mr. Michael O'Rourke. And your first four questions are on this cassette. And I may tell you that I haven't seen or heard them before either, so we'll do this together for the first time. How we get the questions is thus. I put the cassette into the electronic typewriter. Then when I press these buttons, if you are ready, here's the first question. Bernard, for $64, everyone has heard of Michelangelo, but was Michelangelo, one, the sculptor's first name, or two, the sculptor's last name?
No, that was his first name.
Let's see if you're correct. The correct answer is the sculptor's first name. You have $64. If they were only all that easy, right? Okay, you have $64. Now, would you like to stop at 64 or try for $128, double that? And I must caution you, if you answer incorrectly, you'll go home with a single dollar.
Surely.
You're going to do what?
Let's be brave.
All right, we shall be brave together for $128. Your question. What posture does Michelangelo's statue of Moses assume? 1, standing. 2, sitting. 3, lying down.
Sitting.
The correct answer is sitting. You have $128. You're rolling. Option time again. Do you want to stop at 128, take that home, or try for double, 256?
Let's continue.
For $256, here it is. What city is home to Michelangelo's magnificent marble statue of David?
That would be Florence.
The correct answer is Florence. You have $256. The option time again. Bernard, you want to stop at 256 or try for 512? And let me caution you again. If you answer incorrectly, you'll go home with a dollar.
Surely.
So what is your decision? 256 or 512?
Let him rip.
How come I never get a cab driver like this in New York City? Okay, here's your question. For $512, good luck. In that marble version, what is David holding? Refers back to the last question. In the marble version, what is David holding?
He is holding a sling.
Let's see if you're right. For $512, the correct answer is a sling. You didn't have any trouble with the first 4 questions whatsoever. You paused a little on the last one, but I think you knew it from the beginning. Okay, you have $512. Tell me something. You're a bit of an amateur painter yourself, are you not? And you deal with hands?
That's correct.
How did that come about?
Well, actually, that was inspired by Michelangelo's theme on the Sistine Chapel, the hand of God reaching out to the hand of Adam, the hand of man. And I just felt that the message itself was infinitesimal in this concept. More or less God saying to man, I give you life, go out, create, achieve.
How do you find your subjects for hands?
Well, fortunately, being a cab driver, I have numerous subjects.
All right, we'll let that hang for a moment or two. We'll find out more about you, and we'll find out a decision from you as to whether you're going to stay at 512 or try for $1,000 right after we take a short break for this message.
TV 56.
Some of the questions used on the $128,000 question are authenticated in the 22-volume World Book Encyclopedia, including research guide and index volume. Now, here's our host, Mike Darrow.
Thank you, Alan. This is our cab driver, Bernard Corman from Brooklyn, who is an expert on Michelangelo. You have a decision to make, Bernard. Do you want to stop at $512? Or continue to that $1,000 question?
Well, I'll be honest with you, 512 makes a lot of cab rides, but let's go ahead.
Well, just keep in mind that if you answer the 1,000 incorrectly, you'll go home with $1. And that's about the size of some of your tips, right?
Ready?
All right. For 1,000, the questions are over here. Join me, please.
Fine, sure.
Okay, Bernard, if you will, the next 3 questions will come to us electronically on that monitor from the broadcast center about a mile away. And once again, I say that I'm seeing them for the first time, so bear with me, please. If you are ready, may we see the $1,000 question, please? For $1,000, give me the Italian word that's the name of the sculpture brought from St. Peter's in Rome to the New York World's Fair. Think about it for a moment, if you would. Do you have the answer?
Yes. That is the Pietà.
The Pietà. The correct answer is the Pietà. You have $1,000. I didn't know if you knew or you were just trying to get the answer. Okay, you have $1,000. And again, do you want to stop at $1,000 or try for double $2,000?
Well, let's proceed.
For $2,000, may we see the $2,000 question, please? For $2,000, what 2 figures are depicted in the Pietà at St. Peter's?
The 2 figures are that of the mother and the child, also can be called the Virgin Mary and the Christ.
All right, the correct answer is Mary and Christ. You have $2,000. I get very nervous when you give me 2 answers like that. You have $2,000. Once again, do you want to stop or try for $4,000? Now, we have a bit of a thing here. If you answer incorrectly, you lose $2,000. You drop to $1. If you answer correctly, however, you are at our first plateau of $4,000. What is your decision?
Let's go ahead.
Okay. Good luck to you. Bernard, for $4,000, may we see the question, please? Let's see how closely you've observed one of Michelangelo's great works. First, what statue has 2 little horns protruding from the figure's head? Second, in what city is this statue found? We'll take it one part at a time. First, what statue has 2 little horns protruding from the figure's head?
All right. The first is the Moses.
The correct answer is Moses. You are halfway to $4,000. The second part of the question, in what city is this statue found, for $4,000?
It is found in Rome.
The correct answer is Rome. You have $4,000. Hey, well, why do you pause like that? I'm going gray standing here. All right, you have $4,000. Let me tell you now what is in store for you. You, Bernard, are at our first plateau. This means that if you answer the next question wrong, the $8,000 question, you will not go home with $1. You will go home with this.
It's a new Buick Skylark with high-energy ignition and powered by the economical Buick V6 engine for efficient and optimum fuel economy. It's the Buick Skylark for $77. And back to you, Mike.
That's a consolation prize that is worth over $4,000. And really, you have no decision to make at this point because you have nothing to lose. I may say from now on, the questions will be answered in the isolation booth. So good luck to you. Let's get you over there and get you ready. All right, Bernard, are you comfortable in there?
Yes, I am.
Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can.
Okay, once again, I may remind you all the questions, of course, for the show are in the custody of our security director, Mr. Michael O'Rourke. If you are ready, let us go. Laurie, would you please give me the $8,000 question? Thank you, Laurie. I always feel I should say, and the winner is. Okay. Bernard, I'll read the question to you once. You'll have 20 seconds to think it over. Then I'll read it again, and we'll take it part by part. Remember, if you want to pass on something and come back to it, it's allowed.
Surely.
Good luck. For $8,000, Michelangelo designed a mausoleum for a great family whose members were among his earliest patrons. For $8,000, first, identify this family of art lovers. Second, in what city is this memorial chapel located? Third, name any two of the four allegorical figures reclining on the sarcophagi there. And fourth, what is the name of the church in which this monument is located? You have 20 seconds. Good luck. All right, Bernard, time is up. I'll start the first part of the question again, and we'll take it part by part. First, Michelangelo designed a mausoleum for a great family whose members were among his earliest patrons. Four-part question for $8,000, part one. Identify this family of art lovers.
That was the Medicis.
That's right for the first part. Part two, in what city is this memorial chapel located?
Florence.
That's right. Part three, name any two of the four allegorical figures reclining on the sarcophagi there. Two of the four.
It would be called Notte or Night, Giorno or Day.
That's two. Dawn and dusk were the others. Okay. You have three. What is for $8,000, what is the name of the church in which this monument is located?
Well, it is in the new sacristy of San Lorenzo in Florence.
That's right for $8,000. Come out of the booth. Congratulations. Take the applause. And you're starting to give me Italian names for these things, too. All right, you have $8,000. You have reached actually the first plateau, and this is as far as we're going to let you go today.
Okay, fine.
You're getting too warm for us. I want you to go home and relax a little and get yourself all rejuvenated. Because I'll tell you what it is, Bernard. We have a decision for you to make now, of course. $8,000 is yours. You can stop at $8,000, or you can take a shot at $16,000. And you remember, if you lose at $16,000, you will still have that beautiful 1977 automobile. Let's go back for just a moment to your painting of hands. Where do you get your subjects? You said in the back of cabs.
Yes.
How do you do it?
Well, actually speaking, I have a Polaroid camera. So I take a shot of them within the cab, and from that camera shot, blow it up on a screen, draw the hands, and then also do a little character analysis based on what the hands reveal in terms of character.
This is people like Carol Burnett and Johnny Carson?
Yes, and many others.
Okay. Bernard Corman, you have $8,000. We want you to relax, come back on our next show and tell us whether you will stay at 8 or try for 16. If you miss the 16,000, again, you'll have that beautiful 77 automobile. If you answer the 16,000, you'll reach the second plateau where you'll have a new consolation prize, and that will be the $16,000. Go home, think it over, and come back to us on our next show. Bernard Corman, thank you. We'll be back in just a moment to find out our next contestant's name on the $128,000 question. Please welcome. Our cab driver, Bernard Corman from Brooklyn, just won $8,000. He'll be back next time to tell us whether he's going to stop at 8 or try for 16. And it's time to see who our next contestant is on the show. Alan, who is it, please?
Michael, we have a shoemaker from Los Angeles, Mr. Armando Ananias.
Thank you, Lori. Armando, welcome to the show. Do you mind if I call you Armando?
No, my wife calls me that.
Oh, that's good. Armando, you've told us. I'd like to know what she doesn't call him. Armando, you told us what your category is. Would you tell our audience, please?
Opera, but not Wagner.
Opera, but not...
Wagner.
Oh, Wagner, not Wagner? You mean Rossini...
Bellini, Donizetti, Verdi, and Loncavallo, and...
But not Wagner.
No, Wagner.
Italian.
Italian opera.
Okay, I understand. Could you bring in the cassette, please, Laurie? By the way, Armando, in case I have... thank you very much. In case I have a problem with pronouncing an Italian word, or you don't quite understand a fancy English word, the Berlitz School of Foreign Languages has very kindly sent us one of their instructors in Italian, Ms. Sandy De Grandes. So if you have a problem, ask for it in Italian. And Sandy, would you say hello?
Come stai? Auguri, grazie. Buona fortuna.
Oh,
Grazie.
See, buona fortuna, I know that. Good fortune. Let's get you set up for the first questions on our show. As you know, they are electronically recorded on this tape. We'll both find out what they are together. And here we go for $64. Armando, which of these two is a character in Verdi's Aida? Is it 1, Fricka, or 2, Radames?
Radames.
Radames, thank you. The answer is Radames. You have $64. He's correcting me already. Okay, for 64, do you have that? Do you want to stay with that or try for 128?
128.
You're going to double that? All right, remember, if you answer wrong, you get $1. For $128, your next question. I'll name 3 operas. 2 are by Puccini. You tell me which 2. 1, Turandot. 2, Salome. 3, Tosca.
Tosca and Turandot.
Tosca and Turandot. Let's see if you're right. The correct answer is Turandot and Tosca. You have $128. You want to stop?
No.
Next one. For $256, he says, go. In what country does Puccini's Madame Butterfly take place?
In Japan.
Let's see if you're right. The correct answer is Japan. You have $256. You want to stop at 256?
No.
You want to go for 512?
That's great.
If you're wrong, you lose $1.
That's
Here we go
okay.
for $512. What is the name of the old doctor in The Barber of Seville who makes life difficult for the other characters?
Don Bartolo. No. Don Bartolo.
Don Bartola?
Bartolo.
Don Bartolo. The correct answer is Dr. Bartolo. You are right for $512. Congratulations. We'll be back in just a moment. Right after this. Welcome back to the show. Senor Agnano, we are out of time for right now, so you'll have to stop at $512 and come back on our next show and tell us whether you want to continue and try for $1,000 or stop at $512. You feel all right?
I like to continue.
Well, you tell us that next week. Come back and tell us anyway, because you have to come back next week anyhow. Okay? Senor Agnano, stay right here. By the way, if you feel that you qualify as an expert on any subject and would like to appear on our program, why don't you drop us a line? Tell us first your regular occupation, then your category as an expert, and send it along with a photograph to Contestants, Post Office Box 1280, Radio City Station, New York, New York 10019. That's Contestants, Post Office Box 1280, Radio City Station, New York, New York 10019. Include your phone number. Photographs cannot be returned. We'll see you next week with Senor Agnani and also Bernard Corman, who'll try for $16,000, we hope, on the $128,000 question. Good night.
In addition, the winner of the car will receive Prestone 2 Winter Summer Concentrate with its patented silicone silicate formula. Fights winter freeze-up summer boilovers and rust and corrosion in all seasons. Plus Turtle Wax, the world's largest selling liquid car wax. New improved hard shell formula. Cleans, polishes, protects in one easy operation. Turtle Wax with a hard shell finish. And Kendall's superb multi-viscosity motor oil. For car care, use specially engineered high-quality motor oils from Kendall. The lubrication experts and drive with Kendall's confidence. Also, in addition, contestants will receive a two-test waffle baker from True Value Hardware Stores. You can buy value in personal service in over 5,000 locations nationwide. And Joe DiMaggio says it's the greatest automatic coffee brewing system ever. The original Mr. Coffee and genuine Mr. Coffee filters. Plus West Cox AM/FM digital clock radio. Modern low pedestal base features browse alarm and automatic sleep selector. West Cox Italian Industries Company. And Podolex Dial Massage with a patented pulsating massage action to relax, relieve tension. 4 shower heads in one. Contestants will receive a home game of the $128,000 question. This is Alan Coulter speaking.